Charles Barkley believes the Portland Trailblazers should move on from their star Damian Lillard on a recent episode of Inside the NBA, one of the greatest shows ever. Barkley said they got to get rid of Dame first. That's the biggest piece to go. I've said it before. They've got to trade Dame to start the rebuild. They ain't no good. And Dame is on the backside of his career. You can't hold on to an aging superstar when they're making $50 million a year. So just for clarity, Dame's got a couple years left on his contract. Again, he's going to make a lot of money over this deal. He's about to earn $172 million through 24-25. So, I mean, Dame's earning a lot of money on this contract. He's been out pretty much most of this year. It's been an awful year for Dame. It looks like he's just tossing the towel in. The Portland Trailblazers ain't good. He had a lingering ab injury during the Olympics, and I was listening to him and Draymond talk about it a couple weeks ago, and he was like, yeah, everybody was telling me, go get surgery, and I was like, nah, I'm good. And I'm just Dame talking here, and, he was like, I finally said I need to get surgery because my team's bad this year, and, Anthony Simons has been able to shine, and I bring this up for a reason. Bear with me here. Simons is playing at a really good clip, but it's almost like the perfect clip, right? Simons, and if I'm the Blazers, I hate to say this, but it is the truth. I wouldn't even mind like a little ankle sprain from Simons right now. A little Steph Curry like ankle sprain. Simons' contract is up this summer, and he's eligible for 5 years of $173. And if you've been watching Portland play, Simons is really good. He's going to walk in and be the new CJ McCollum for the Blazers going forward. If I'm Portland, if I can get a little bit of a discount with an injury and not have to pay the brother, 28, 29, 30, whatever $1 million a year, I would like that a lot. If I can get that number down to about $15 million, if I can get a little bit of a discount for Simons, who seems to be all of what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is for the Thunder, it's pretty close, right? Is that a fair comparison? He seems to be pretty much that for Portland. If you can get him at like a quarter of that price tag off of what the Thunder are playing SGA, pair him up with Dame, and then maybe go out and get somebody else. Nurkic is coming off the book soon. Bledsoe deal that they traded for is coming off the book soon. That's why they did that deal. The Blazers are not in an awful position financially. You got a guy like Josh Hart locked up who, he's a guy that makes $12 million a year, but that ain't nothing too crazy for a guy that could bring it like he can every so often. They got a lot of young guys on the roster, the Keon Johnson, the guys that you're expecting to be productive later on in Portland. All I'm saying is the Blazers are not in an awful spot. I still just don't see nobody coming to Portland, though. That's the only thing. Like, with all this being said, I still don't believe a free agent considers playing with Damian Lillard and Anthony Simons. And if they didn't consider playing with Dame and CJ, with the amount of respect that those two gentlemen had around the league, I just don't think Dame and a young fella in Simons is going to, draw any credibility either. I don't know why people don't want to play with Dame. Do they not think they can play off him? Has he not shown the ability to be a willing passer? I really don't know. Dame seems to be a solid guy. And if you go to Dame and say, yo, you're going to be around for the next few years, and if Dame says, yes, I'll be here in Portland, I'll believe him. I mean, he ain't lied to us yet. Still, though, no all-star caliber guys are really just kind of screaming and say, yo, I want to get to Portland. That's just so interesting to me. This will be the first year in a while, though, if the Blazers do everything right, they'll have a decent amount of cap room to maybe sign somebody in. We'll see if they're able to do it. Not a lot of guys available. I guess the biggest name would be Zach LaVine, but with the way DeMar DeRozan is playing and LaVine being acclimated to Chicago, I just don't see him leaving Chicago for Portland unless that thing just falls off a cliff and the Bulls get swept in the first round. Even then, I don't see him leaving. That'll be the only guy. I mean, James Harden has already agreed to waive his player option for next year, so he's not available. I don't see anything else out there that makes sense for Portland to go big fish hunting. And to answer Barkley's question, if you're not going to be able to bring another guy in, you can kind of look at it from both sides of the coin. I don't really think you should have to trade Dame. I mean, you at least want to put a decent product out on the court. If Dame was playing, that team would be in the play-in situation, at least, for sure. If Dame was playing, that team would be in the play-in tournament situation. He's not playing. You get him back next year, see what you can do. Bring in maybe a couple of the rotational pieces. But maybe it is time to blow this thing up. Trade Dame for a lot of picks. Start it over with Simons. I'm telling you, if they go that route, to me, I'm looking at it as the Oklahoma City Thunder route. They could be OKC this offseason if they want to. They got to find a team. You know, obviously with Ben Simmons being traded, he won't be around this summer, I don't believe. So now you're looking for a new trade partner. You want to get a really nice young player and a lot of picks. The Thunder have picks for like the next 10 years. That's what you would like to do for Damian Lillard, to allow Anthony Simons, fresh off his rookie contract this summer, to grow with him. That's what you would like. You know, and if, you know, maybe they'll trade Dame, maybe not. Maybe they want to keep a decent product on the court. I guess only time will tell. Let me know what you think about it. Comment section below. If you were the Portland Trail Blazers, will you look to move on from Damian Lillard with the ascension that you've seen in Anthony Simons over the last couple months?